Hi, it's Verity here and welcome to my YouTube channel and blog, Pretty Little Button, where I make paper crafting tutorials for the everyday crafter. So today I'm going to show you a couple of cards that I've created using the Spellbinders April Card Kit of the month 2022. This is a really great little card kit. This is perfect for spring and it's got some beautiful dies that I'm going to be creating with, but I'm also just going to give you a quick run through of what's included in the box. So when you open the box, you do get this little leaflet. It shows you how to make a card straight off using the contents of the kit, and you don't really need any additional items from anything else that's in the kit to create that card. There is this beautiful little stamp set. It's got some really sweet sayings and it's all about welcoming people to the neighbourhood and your neighbours, and it's got a great house if you like to stamp and colour in. There's also a pack of 10 cards, white base cards, as well as matching coordinating envelopes. And then you've got this die set here that comes on that leaflet, as I said. So with that die set, I'm going to be using it later on in the video, but you get some flowers and you get a fence. There's also some puffy stickers with lots of different sentiments and sayings on, so these are great if you love to sort of scrapbook as well. You could use them on that. You've then got some sort of puffy chipboards as well, and these are really lovely. There's double-sided, got loads of different sayings, beautiful colour scheme, and also has some sort of like cups and houses. Of course, you always get a bit of double-sided tape and some foam pads, and you get some sequins. And this month, the sequins are kind of like a sort of a clear colour, 2 sizes, and they are fantastic. There's this great pattern paper pack, which is got sort of very spring-like pattern paper in there. I absolutely love the dark floral. But it's also got some staple elements in there as well that can be used at any time throughout the year as well. Some of the paper also has flecks of sort of metallic gold in there as well, which is beautiful when it catches the light. There is also a pack of die cut shapes as well, so these are great if you like to make cards quickly and also on the go, because you can take these with you with some of the foam pads and sticky tape and then create cards on the go. These have a lot of florals in there, and then there's a lot of all sorts of different kind of elements, and then you've got some bicycles, trees, you've got some houses, different size houses, different shaped houses, you've got some sentiments like welcome, neighbour, so there's a real variety in here for you to create with. Of course, it also comes with a selection of coloured cardstock as well. So I'm going to be showing you a couple of cards that I'm creating with the die set. Really drawn to this little cute die set as soon as I saw it, and I thought it was great to create with. Now the die set comes with a selection of leaves to die cut from, some flowers and also some fence as well. So you've got the full fence panel and then the individual fence panels. So I'm just using some of the coloured cardstock that comes in the actual set, and I'm just trimming these down into sort of card panel sizes because then I can use them to run through my die cutting machine. And I'm die cutting the dies out of a variety of selection, and I went for sort of the yellows, the purples and pinks for the flowers, the 2 shades of green for the leaves and stems, and then I used the cream cardstock to create the fence because I wanted to sort of a quaint little white picket fence really, but it's not white, it's cream. So once I die cut them all, I wanted to create a really simple card background for it. And to do this, I'm just using a bit of ink blending. So I've got out my Waffle Flower Media Stencil Mat because this helps to hold the card down in place whilst I'm ink blending. And then I'm just using some post-it notes. Now these are full adhesive post-it notes, but you can use the normal post-it notes as well. They will work just as well. This is a really good alternative to use if you don't have any masking paper or anything like that. Just use some post-it notes. So I'm aligning my T-ruler up because I'm going to create like a horizon line, and I wanted to make sure it was reasonably straight on the panel. And I'm just positioning this over the top of the panel because I'm going to ink blend down the bottom to create like a grassy verge. So I'm just using some Garden Party Catherine Pooler ink, and I'm using a blending brush. And I like to tap this off in the ink lid because that means I don't waste the ink because I can pick it up again. And then I'm just creating circular motions off that post-it note down onto the card panel and fading it out. So we're creating a bit of a halo effect really. So once I've done that, I can remove that post-it note piece of paper and reposition it to cover up the grassy verge that we've just created. And this will then allow me to ink blend off in the other direction and using a blue colour. So here I've got Cummerbund from Catherine Pooler, and I'm just then creating a sort of sky background. Again, fading that out because I want it just to sort of fade into nothing. The main elements are going to be the die cuts when we put on the top. This is just helping ground those, so I didn't need to be too specific with creating that sky. So once I've done that, I then wanted to add the sentiment, and I was stamping the sentiment onto the card panel before I did anything else. Now I have placed this in my MISTI stamping platform just so I get a good stamp, but I've also placed the picket fence over the top just so I can position it correctly in relation to where the actual die cut elements are going to be. And then once I was happy with that position, I just stamped it down in some black ink, and then it was ready to add all the focal elements. So here I am then adding the elements with some of the foam pads just to raise them up and give them a bit of dimension. And I'm playing about with the position of those flowers and leaves and creating a bit of contrast and interest between all of those pieces. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole process of putting this panel together because we would be here for quite a long time. Once I was happy with the position of everything, I then foam mounted the panel onto a white card base, and then I finished it off by adding some sequins around. If you're interested in the Spellbinders April card kit of the month, just check out the description box below. You'll find a link, affiliated link at no extra cost to you. Now I also did this with another card because I did create a lot of die cuts, so I had a lot left over that I could create a second card. Exactly the same process, but I just didn't use a picket fence and I just used a smaller selection of the flowers. And again, I stamped it with another sentiment. I really love how these two cards come out. I think they're really cute, really sweet. They're really soft and bright, which is perfect for spring. So let me know in the comments below, out of these two cards, which one is your favourite? For me, I have to think it's the first one, the Welcome to the Neighbourhood, because I really love that sort of border bursting full of flowers. If you're new to my channel, why not think about subscribing? You can hit that bell icon to be notified when my next video is up. Until next time, happy crafting!